Hey everybody. Ooh, my goodness, that is very bright light. Hold on just a second. Let me move myself so that you're not blinded. There we go. All right, good enough. All right, so issue number one, outside issue. I get it, but I have a little watermelon here. Do you see how cute this little watermelon is? Something took it off my plant. I have been doing so much work out here on my garden and everything dried up or got taken away. So I've got animals out here that are eating my stuff. And I'm very sad about it because I put a lot of work and money into it. But thus is life. Better luck next season, huh? Let's go ahead and clear the juju. There we go. So, when I first came out, I saw a rainbow around the moon, and we're almost at a full moon. We're at about 90% illumination. So, if you also have seen a rainbow around the moon, take that as confirmation that this is your reading. Remember that this is a general reading. Not everything is going to fit, so please don't try and work to pretzel yourself into making the story fit. Take what resonates, leave the rest for whoever it's meant for, okay? I am being told that I need to do a step one reading here tonight. Ooh, we just got a flash of lightning for confirmation off in the distance. So, all right, step one it is. Okay. Spirit of the Most High, angels and ancestors, spirit guides, and beings of love, light, and truth, please guide this reading. Give me clarity in what I mean to say, and guide me so that the message comes through in the appropriate way for the listener. Blessed be. All right. So, Spirit, what do we need to know about step one? I got a card. It really, really is stuck in there. You may be struggling with the step one. Like, do I want to admit that I'm powerless over what I'm attached to? Being told, oh, there's card number 3. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a 3-card spread right now. This one came out sideways, so we're going to keep it sideways. All right. First one is the Queen of Swords, but it did come out in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So if you do not make the decision, you will not get the opportunity to heal. It's that simple. The choice is yours. No reading can tell you what to do. But, you know, by making the decision to continue the behavior that you're doing, it's going to take away opportunities until you are no longer able to continue making that choice. That's what I found in my experience when I was really struggling to try and put down alcohol. And so, you know, let's go ahead and pull the third one here. This is the Ace of Swords, but it came in sideways. The choice is absolutely 100% yours. It always has been. It always will be. No one can make this decision for you. It is something that you need to make for yourself. I like to, when I'm working with women, I like to make those sponsees really hang out in this first step for quite some time. Why? A lot of people say, oh, steps 1, 2, and 3 are taken when you walk through those doors and sit down at a meeting. It's one thing to come to a conclusion that you may have a problem. It is another thing to completely understand exactly how powerless you are. And for myself, and this is just me, myself, and I, and some other people that I know, but until we were able to really look at the patterns of our behavior and to see the consequences of our actions in full daylight, we could not stay sober. Okay? So, I really like to make sure that when I'm working with a woman in the program, or if you're LGBTQ, I do sponsor men, I really want to sit down and really look at, okay, so when you did drink, when you did use, what were the reasons why you did that? What were the consequences of your behavior? Were you calling in sick to work all the time? Were you sabotaging relationships in your life? What were the reasons why you continued to do what you were doing? Because until those consequences are seen and are heavier than the payoff of the drink or drug, you're going to constantly be very tempted to go back to that drink or drug. Now, once I was able to truly see the ramifications of my drinking, I was able to put the bottle down. Did it suck? Yes. But continuing to drink sucked even worse. So, it's, you make the decision or the decision makes you. And I am one of the really lucky ones where I passed away during my last relapse, but I was given another chance. I remember the whole NDE, and I knew that if I had gone back to alcohol, I would not survive it, and I would not be given another chance. So that was something where I am here to tell you this is a lethal disease because I did die from it. So that's something that, it should be taken into consideration. This is a lethal progressive disease. It will get worse. It will never get better. You will never be able to go back to drinking normally, or using normally for that matter. Okay, let's go ahead and get one clarifying card here. I'm being told to, so we'll go ahead and do it. All right, the World and the Three of Wands. Okay, all right. So the biggest part of the issue that I'm seeing on here is the need for instant gratification. Okay, and so here's, now I know why they were like, bring this for the reading. Okay. So when you are thinking that it's going to be like a light switch, it's like, this looks like a perfectly good watermelon, but if we were to cut it, it wouldn't be ripe. It would be really, really bitter. We have to wait until we are fully seasoned and ready to harvest. And so that's where, getting over yourself and learning some patience. I hate to say it that way, but that's really what it takes. But you do know exactly what to do. Get into those rooms, get a sponsor, work the steps with them, and go to meetings. If you don't like the meeting that you go to, find another clubhouse. There are thousands of meetings out there. There are thousands of meetings online. You have no excuse to not go to a meeting. If you don't like AA, go to NA. If you're patient, the payoff will be very, very good. You just don't know where you're going yet, and you want to know, like, now. And the answer I'm hearing is going to be told in a share at meetings. So maybe listen more than you share. I don't always say that because I think that a lot of us struggle with having a voice and being honest and vulnerable in a group of people. So I encourage newcomers to share, but that's something where in this instance, I think that you would be best served to really listen. Put your phone down during the meeting, for Christ's sake. You don't need to be on that phone. Get off of a screen for an hour. It's just an hour. You can handle it. Pay attention to what's being said and really, contemplate it. Really contemplate it, because I tell you what, if you start listening to the people who have years under their belt, you will know that they take it one day at a time. Because it doesn't matter how many days they've got under their belt, they just have today, just like any of us. So, they say stick with the winners. The winners are the people who have shown longevity, okay? You're going to naturally be attracted to newcomers because you guys are at the same level. And that's okay too. There are a lot of people who grow up together in the program, but do make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who have tried and true sobriety, okay? And make sure that they're following spiritual principles in all of their affairs. What does this mean? This means they are not seeing people as objects. So, they're not acting predatory. They're not trying to use you for your body or for a means of making money. Because there are those who do that, and I don't care how long they've got not drinking or drugging. If they're using people in the same manner that they are using drugs, that's not truly working a program, in my opinion. For sponsorship, I'm hearing that someone is like, how do I find a sponsor? Listen to the shares and find someone who has the type of life that you desire. And you're going to have to listen to more than one share. It is okay to get a temporary sponsor just to be accountable, to have somebody to call. But make sure you specify, hey, I was wondering if you could be my temporary sponsor until I find a more permanent one. And that temporary one may end up being a lifelong friend and turn out to be your longtime sponsor. But don't worry about, hitting off the bat. Turn yourself into someone who is willing to take suggestion, and I know that can be very, very hard. Go to the social events as well. So like if they're having, let's see, the next holiday is Labor Day. If they're going to be having a big Labor Day picnic, make yourself available for that day to go to that party. Bring a dish for the potluck. If there's a karaoke night, go do that. If you don't see any social events outside of meetings, might be time to start one. Do so with someone who has more sobriety than you do, and you'll be fine. I'm also hearing business meetings are important. That's where the group rules are made. So if you don't like certain group rules at the location that you are attending, you might bring up those issues that you have at that business meeting, not during the meetings themselves. And for some reason, they're reminding me to hydrate. So make sure that you're hydrating yourself enough. Eating really healthy foods will help with the cravings. When you are not, when you, let me back up. When you are malnourished, meaning you're constantly eating high sugar foods, which you're going to naturally be attracted to because alcohol has a lot of sugar in it, you're going to get real cranky real fast. You're going to blow up and get real big. You're going to not just get fat, but you're going to swell up too. Now, that being said, I would rather have you a little larger and not drinking and drugging than drinking and drugging and thin. But if you can get into a healthier food routine, like having a rainbow, not Skittles, but a rainbow on your plate will be really helpful to help your body start to heal. I just found out who is stealing my watermelons, and it would be my dog. And remember, everything that happens in a reading informs the reading. And so you may have a friend who you think is loyal, but they're doing something behind your back. If that is uncovered, know that you will make better friends who are there, who are tried and true in the program. Okay? All right, that's all I've got for you. Namaste. Thank you so much. And if no one's told you today, know that I love you. Take care.